When you see 2 empty palettes out, you know what time it is. It's custom palette time. Before we get into this video, I wanted to let you know that this video is kindly sponsored by me. I purchased all these eyeshadows on my own. Everything you see here was bought or gifted to me from family and not from the brands. All of these opinions are mine and mine alone. I am not actually sponsored by anyone else, just me. And again, I'm not against that, but no one's reached out to me. Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, so the themes this time are, and I mean, I'm a little on the fence about these themes because I don't want to get like copyright striked. Not that I would, I'm not that popular, but I want to make a palette based on the Powerpuff Girls and based on Sailor Moon. Yes, you may be asking yourself, wait a minute, didn't ColourPop do not 1 but 2 Sailor Moon palettes? And yes, you are correct, and I own both of them, but I feel like they could be better. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to base them on the feelings I get when I think about Sailor Moon. I know, it's a little weird. It's kind of a weird way to wrap your brain around it, but I think let's just get into it. So what I'm gonna do is I might actually try to do both at the same time. So that way I'm not running into issues where like I want to use one shade in both palettes. It kind of forces me to be a little more thoughtful in what I'm using. So I pulled out this little Natasha Denona quint. Please do not call a 5-pan palette a quad. Quad means 4. This is a quint. It has 5 shades. That's my little soapbox that I will die on. I'm going to pull out, okay, so that's Enigma. These always confuse me because I'm not smart. I'm going to pull out Intense to be like Blossom, and then Limoncello to go in the Sailor Moon palette. Because this is a really nice soft yellow that you can blend out really easy. And then I think we'll put Sailor Moon there. We'll put Blossom. Let's put Blossom here. That's the same spot in both palettes. That's funny. Looking at the other shades in the palette, neither one are really speaking to me for either palette right now. So we'll put it away. Okay, so next up I've got some Lethal Cosmetic shades and some Glaminatrix shades. And looking at them, I think I'm going to pull this blue for Bubbles. And let's see, and Bubbles is usually on the left, I think. And then, let's see, I feel like I have a bright green for Buttercup if we're gonna get like that. I think I might have to pull this green for Buttercup. It's more muted, but I think it's really nice. I think it'll fit with like the palette. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. And then for Sailor Moon, I kind of want to go, like I want to lean a little warm with it. So I think, ooh, let's see. Ooh, yeah, I think I might want to go this shade called Ethos as like my Sailor Mars kind of color. We'll put her over here. And then I really want to incorporate Sailor Mercury. And let's see. Because Sailor Mercury was always one of my favorites. Like, I always wanted to be like Sailor Mercury because she was so smart and studious and whatever. But I know that in my heart, I'm a Sailor Mars. Like, I'm very fiery. My emotions are very close to the surface, as Wreck-It Ralph would say. Let's see. Because I also want to be on the lookout for like a good Sailor Jupiter. Like, the Powerpuff Girls are a little easier. I think this green might be a good Sailor Jupiter green. It's a little on the minty side, but I'm kind of into it. And then let's see. All right, and just like that, I've even pulled out more makeup. I think for Sailor Mercury, should we do a deep blue? You can't answer me. You can't tell me no either. So there's that. I think we'll do Sailor Mercury here. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so hear me out. This like super shiny gold shade. Should that be our Sailor Venus shade? Let's see. We'll give it a second. I know we're a little lacking on the Powerpuff Girls, but we'll get back there. In fact, I think the shade Wisteria would be really good for like Mojo Jojo. I don't know why, whenever I think about Mojo Jojo, I think about like his purple cape and not the fact that he's a literal like green monkey. But you know, here we are. Let's see. Okay. So maybe this orange for Sailor Venus. I'm determined to not make these be rainbow palettes, but they might be kind of rainbowy. Ooh, and I feel like this pink has to go in the Sailor Moon palette. It just feels very Sailor Moon to me. But is this too many reds? We'll see. Only time will tell. Let's see. I'm still looking at greens because I feel like this one's kind of not quite right. We could do like a deep matte green, like this deep shade here, or like we could go a little shimmery with it. I kind of like the shimmery deeper green more. And then let's see, I also I pulled out a few other palettes that I've actually never put into custom palettes before. I pulled out my Fairy Lights, my Dragon Fruit palette, and my Rich Romantic. By the way, this palette might be my favorite of the whole year. Granted, it didn't come out this year, but it was one that I purchased in January, and I'm so glad I did. It's beautiful. Let's actually start there. So, do we want any of these shades? Ooh. No, I've got a different idea. I think I want to incorporate like more of the bad guys in the Powerpuff Girls palette. Like the Gangrene Gang and him and all that good stuff. But let's see. I feel like we need the shade Cracker in the Sailor Moon palette to be like our Moon Prism Power kind of situation. Because look at that. It's got like iridescent glitter in it. Let's do it. We'll take Cracker. Oh man, for a second, I was worried this wasn't actually metallic or magnetic, and I was going to be really disappointed. But let's see. Ooh, do we want to do like this for the Gangrene Gang? Actually, Actually, I feel like this is more what I want for Buttercup. Like something really punchy, you know? So let's pull Dragonfly from Cleonad. It's such a little pan compared to the other ones. We'll put that guy back. Do we want any of these other shades? I feel like Sweetened could be pretty good. Let's see. Do we want exotic or sweetened? I'm thinking exotic. We'll do exotic. And then, ooh, okay. I mean, maybe we're just gonna use this whole palette because I think this Fruit Fizz would be really good for Sailor Venus because it's a lot more orangey. I'm running out of arm space. Yeah. I like that it's got a yellow shift to it. So we'll put that there. And now I do feel like we need something for like the black and white in the Powerpuff Girls palette, but we'll see. I'm still taking a look to see if any of these like jump out to me for either one. I mean, no, I want a deeper purple for Luna because you gotta have Luna. And let's see. Let me pull out my copacetic shades. These are my like pink and blue and purple. Ooh, I think we need this shade. Focus. There we go. I want to say it's called Cat Cafe. It's just a really pretty, like, shimmery light pink. I feel like that fits the Sailor Moon vibes. And then put that, oh no, put that up here. And then we'll move Sailor Jupiter. And then, yeah. So I think what we'll do is that, and then this, and then I think we need this shade for Luna. This is called Major Tom, but it's a really pretty shifty purple shade. And then, ooh, we're gonna take this shade called Savium for Tuxedo Mask. But you didn't do anything, didn't I? Anyway, sorry, that meme, it gets me every time. It's just so funny. Ooh, I think for the Powerpuff Girls, we're gonna take this shade, which is actually from Menagerie. This is their shade called Arc. And I want this to be our Miss Bellum shade. Because I think, like, she's a little shifty, she's very vibrant. We'll put her down here. Even though she's not a bad guy. But, you know, whatever. Then I think for the Sailor Moon, I think I want to grab a couple more matte shades. But I think I want to do like a neutral matte. But let's see. Let's find one that's nice and light. Okay, I'm still getting like a lighter neutral shade, but I think we've got to have a matte white in the Powerpuff Girls palette. Like, it just feels right. I'll probably pull a matte black too, but from where? We shall see. I'm just looking at like what I already have out to see if any of those are good. None of these are quite the vibe. Maybe this Dust Storm would be a good like matte neutral shade. No, I feel like they're a little pinkier than that in the show. Ooh, the shade Rose Quartz would be pretty, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Do we have a light matte in You Night Flower palette? We do, but it's a little more yellow than I wanted. I want like a really pale kind of pink. I mean, we could go with this Intoxicating, but to me it's more pink than flesh tone. Yeah, like it's really pale. But you know, I am also really pale. Oh God. Oh God. Not to tell on myself, but that is uncomfortably close to how pale I am. You know what? I think we have to do it. Yeah, we have to. It's like mandatory now. I think I want a different blue. We've got a lot of dark colors. I think we should punch it up a bit and use like a lighter blue for our Sailor Mercury shade. Even though like the dark blue does fit. Yeah, I did that right. I'm putting colors like back in the palette, and I don't necessarily know if I'm putting them in the right place, but I think so. Okay, so maybe we don't need both of the like red shades in this one. And we'll move Sailor Moon down here. And then we'll put the matte, like neutral up there. Move this over here. And then I'm really liking how this is coming along. I think it's going to be really neat. Let's see, but we need to work on the Powerpuff Girls palette a little more. Let me do a little organization. Okay, so I think for the Powerpuff Girls, let's get into some of the enemies. So I really love how creative they were with the enemies in the show. And so I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see. No, I feel like we need something bolder for the Amoeba Boys. But I do think we need a Gangrene Gang color. And I think it's gotta be this one. We'll do one for the Gangrene Gang. We'll do, let's see, I want to do one for Princess Morbucks. So maybe we do like this. And then we already got Mojo Jojo. And we already got him. Oh yeah, we need one for the Amoeba Boys. I know I was literally just talking about that and then forgot. But you know how it is. I'm distracted today. You ever have one of those days where you're just not focused on anything? It happens to me all the time. I mean, that's a little too blue, I think. This would be pretty for bubbles, actually. Ooh, do we want to do a shimmer for bubbles? Let's do it. I mean, I still like the coral for Buttercup. I mean, we could do shimmers for all three. Because, like, I've got this really pretty peach shimmer. You know what? Maybe we do shimmers for all three. I know, I talked a good game, but, you know? Yeah, I think we need, oof, I forget how flaky this shade is. It's called Conch from Copacetic. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking that a lot. And then I feel like we need something for like the sugar, spice, and everything nice. So like that could be here. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, so let's do sugar as the shade called Cloud Rug. Sugar. And then, ooh, let's do this Santa Baby multi-chrome as we could do that as the Everything Nice. It's like shiny. And then maybe for the spice, we do like a neutral, kind of like a cinnamon. Not a cinnamon, not that deep, but like maybe this one. No, let's go lighter. I like to have a neutral shade in every palette, but that's just me. Oh yeah, we were gonna do one for the Amoeba Boys. Well, fudge. Okay, actually, hear me out. This is my Bubbles shade. It's called Highly Unstable. And then we'll use this as the Amoeba Boys. And then I guess if I had to cut one, I think it's gonna be, oh wait. We'll just use Arc as our Morbucks shade. And it can stay over there. We'll use that. And then we'll still put a neutral shade in there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And let me grab one. Okay, I'm making some changes. I like this color. I like this color for Sailor Moon. We need one more shade for each. And we're gonna do a light neutral. I mean, really, it's just to give me, it's really to give me, like, something to blend things out with, but they're my palettes. I can decide on what I want. You can't tell me what to do, except you can in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Do it. I dare you. In fact, if you have made it this far and you do feel like commenting, just comment, you're wrong. Ooh. I keep second guessing things. Cause like, do we love this orange for Sailor Venus? No, I think the one I already picked is better. And then, let's see. Yeah, I think the matte is better for Sailor Mars. Like we could do like a satin or matte, and I think the matte's better. Let's see. What do we want? Because yeah, we have sugar, and we'll do spice, and everything nice. And then, let's see. pulling out the big guns now. I've got my squeakiest palette in the history of time. Let me open it. I paused it. That way you don't have to hear it, and then you still got to hear it. I think we're gonna take the shade Nudist as the spice shade. I think that'll be nice. Let's see, or again, it's squeaky. I think maybe we take this shade for Sailor Moon. It's called Malia. Malia. I think Malia. And we'll put that. Ooh, I think we should replace the. Yeah. We'll replace the Rich Romantic shade with that one. And then we'll replace it with that one. And then, I mean, in this one, is that where we want the spice? I kind of like it. It's a little crazy. Ooh, you know what? Is this shade our Sailor Jupiter? This shade called Exotic? I think it might be. I think we should give that a shot. Get down there. Do we want any of these other shades as like a matte for either one? I don't think so. They're pretty, but I don't think they're quite right. Okay, so I decided to pull out more of my large Natasha Denona palettes because I can't be stopped. And let's see, so I've got them out here. Let me put some things away. So yeah, I have a lot of makeup. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of my makeup soon, sometime soon. Let's see, I don't think anything from the gold palette is saying Sailor Moon to me. Yeah. Even this shade called Lime Chrome. Oh, so gorgeous. Yeah, like I would die on the hill that the Natasha Denona gold palette is so good. It's probably my favorite neutral palette. Let's see, we've got Cotton Candy. That's a good light pink. Do we want to do a light pink in the Sailor Moon? No. I don't think any of these are quite right for Sailor Moon. Yeah, even the shade Aerialist, it's very pretty. But yeah, I don't think it's quite right. Let's see. Because yeah, what do we want to do? Do we want to add any of these? This is the Natasha Denona Star palette. I don't think so. Let me check something. Looking at like the original like Sailor Moon like artwork and stuff like that. I mean, it does lean very like girly, very rainbow. So I think maybe we do take like a pinky shade to kind of round it out, or maybe even like a dark blue, since a lot of it's like at night. Ooh, like maybe we go with the shade Naga. It's a really pretty, like kind of lilac-y purple kind of shade. Again, dangerously close to my skin tone. No, I think we should do like a dark blue as a liner. Ooh. We could do like this shade. That's actually from the first palette we picked up. That's the shade Enigma. I think we kind of have to have that as our like last hurrah kind of shade. Ooh. I like how that's looking. I like it a lot. I think this is it. I think these will be our Powerpuff Girls and our Sailor Moon palettes. They're both very shimmer heavy, as you can tell. But I really like them. And in fact, ooh, now that I see it though, I feel like I kind of need the Scarab shade as my Gangrene Gang shade. Add like a little bit of multi-chrome action to it, a little duochrome action. Yeah, I think this is it. I'm trying to think of like the looks that I'll make with these, and it'll probably be a lot of like 2 or 3 color looks, but I think it could be fun to do like maybe a palette bingo or something like that with it. If you made it this far and you're not asleep, I appreciate you hanging out with me while I make these. I have a really good time making these palettes, and I really hope that they're relaxing for you. Maybe they encourage you to use like some of the makeup that you already have and stuff like that. That's my hope anyway, is that like it helps you view the items you own in like a different way, to where maybe it's, I don't know, more exciting. You don't feel compelled to go buy new things. You can just use the stuff that you already have. That's what I try to do anyway. But again, I appreciate you coming along with me on this ride, and this was a lot of fun. Have a good night, or good day, or wherever. Bye, Sprinkles.